What if I told you that winning gunfights has way less to do with your shot and way more to do with the way you think? In this clip I'm about to show you right here, you're gonna see my squad take on another squad in ranked, and we absolutely roll them. Now, it's not luck. There's actually 3 tactical skills at play here that we're gonna break down for you so you can implement it into your gameplay so you can win more gunfights. First, I want you just to watch the clip, and then we're gonna actually break it down.
What's close? Can we pop this?
Yeah, pop it now, pop it now.
Oh, far left.
Yep, we see them all.
Oh, kill this kid close. Oh, no, they have all headies.
This guy all the way left is so annoying.
This guy's on the wall. Careful, Val, I got you over.
Yeah, I need plate.
Plate, sorry. Here. He's got a plate box too.
Yeah, let me go back to y'all.
I saw the wall guy. I'm gonna smoke it. I saw this guy. Come on. This way. Follow me. This guy down the line. Playing with me. Just ISO his ass out. Quickly, I got the jump over. We're good. Jump over dead. I saw that guy. Nice. They're selfing.
Oh my god.
Got him. We're good. Last guy. Weak, broken, absolute dead. Let's go.
Who are you?
Come on, baby. Come on, stud. As you can see here, I was pretty hyped, and so were my teammates. Now, like I told you, this wasn't just luck. Let's go ahead and break down the 3 skills that you can implement in your gameplay to actually win more gunfights. Now, talking about skill number 1, this is what I call line of sight, or LOS. And there's actually no better way to explain LOS than right here in the top left. As you can see, we popped an advanced UAV, and using the mini map for an advanced UAV perfectly is going to explain this. Line of sight. What are we thinking about when talking about line of sight? My whole goal here is to cut off lines of sight from multiple enemies. That's it. Now that I know, let's say this is enemy number 1 over here, this is enemy number 2, and this is enemy number 3. Bear with my bad writing with my mouse, okay? Enemy number 1 does not have a line of sight on me. You can see this line of sight right here is blocked off by the trailer. Enemy number 2 does not have a line of sight on me because it's blocked off by the trailer. The only person who has a line of sight on me is enemy number 3, which is who I'm actually actively looking for, right? So our whole goal when thinking about line of sight is being aware of where our other enemies are so that we can block off lines of sights. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clear this drawing up here in the top left, this ugly drawing, and we're going to go ahead and talk about what you guys do, man. You guys get a little bit too aggro, and you're not very aware of where your other enemies are, so you end up like swinging this corner right here to chow this guy, which you think is a good idea, but what you don't realize is, oh no, this enemy has another line of sight on me through the trailers, or maybe this guy hasn't a line of sight on me in this tower up here. And what happens is you guys get shot in the back. Like, be honest with yourself. How many times throughout the day when you're playing Verdansk do you get shot in the back? Well, a lot of the times it's because you are not aware of where your enemies are, or you're not practicing this skill of what I call angle discipline. Okay, this is kind of like a sub point for line of sight here, is angle discipline. When I talk about angle discipline, look how tight I am to this corner when looking for enemy number 3 up here, right? I'm looking for enemy number 3 right here, and look how tight I'm playing this corner. What this does is basically cuts off these LOSs from the other enemies, but this is what I call angle discipline. So being aware of your surroundings and your positioning. Now, what happens if you don't have good surroundings? If you don't have great positioning? Well, let's go ahead and some of you guys actually might have caught on this, but let's see how this play develops, and we're going to further talk about line of sight. And also, like I talked about last video, we're playing this very patient. We're not getting too aggro to where we give up a blood or anything. We're just playing patient, waiting for things to develop. Now, listen to the comms I give out right here. I saw the wall guy. I'm gonna smoke it. I saw this guy. Boom. I say, I'm going to smoke. Let's ISO this wall guy, right? And I'm talking about player number 3. If you look back in the top left corner, we are trying to isolate this guy. And once again, foreshadowing for tip number 2, right? We're trying to ISO this guy, but how do we do this? Let's say there's not good cover around you. You can actually cut off line of sight or create your own cover by using these smokes. A lot of you guys do not use smokes to cut off line of sight, but what does this smoke do? The smoke allows my teammates and I to wrap behind this wall right here, and it cuts off line of sight again from enemy number 1 and enemy number 2, so that my whole team can rotate behind this smoke and isolate enemy number 3. Now, how many of you guys use your smokes just for, you know, rotating in the open field or throwing smoke on your loadout to collect your loadout or smoking your teammate to revive them? Those are all great ways to use smoke, by the way. But how many of you guys use your smokes to actually cut off line of sight and create cover for yourself, to actually actively engage in your gunfights, right? A lot of you guys use it as a defensive measure, but right here, we're using this on the offense. We are creating this blockage right here. Basically, we're creating our own part of the map, which can be anywhere, so that we can go ahead and isolate this fight up here. All right, I'm here in Plunder, and I just want to reiterate this whole line of sight thing, especially with smoke. So I'm just gonna land on these guys really quick, kind of show you. I'm gonna throw smoke right here to block off line of sight to my right, so I make sure I can stand here in the open and just kind of like isolate this fight. Like, look, I can stand out here in the complete open and isolate this fight in front of me just because I have a smoke. So nobody could shoot me up from over there. Unfortunately, I don't have another smoke. I don't know how I'm gonna finesse out of this. He's behind me. Absolutely spit on. But as you can see, I'm just using, even if I don't have cover, that's the point here. Even if I don't have cover, I'm using my smokes to cut off line of sight so that I can continue to isolate fights. All right, if tip number 2 wasn't obvious enough, tip number 2 is isolating fights, or just ISOing kids, okay? What isolating fights does is it gives you the advantage in every single gunfight. The actual momentum shift between the enemies here creating a really good like triangle formation around us and us winning this fight, the momentum shift is the isolation here. As soon as we throw down this smoke like we just talked about to isolate this fight, what happens to that enemy number 3 along the wall is he gets stuck in a 3v1. And by isolating that, we are taking the advantage fight. And now what does that do? Look at his teammates. It pulls them out of their good positions and puts them in really bad ones. This guy's to jump over the wall. Well, why does he have to do that? Because his teammate's in a 3v1. He's screwed. If he doesn't help him, his teammate's screwed. And so what that does is it pulls him out of the bad position. We drop a teammate right there. But even then, 2v1, we're both fully plated. We're going to isolate this last guy, finish him off. What isolating fights does is it gives you the advantage in every fight. Tip number 3 is team comms or team communication. When talking about team comms, because we've talked about it a lot on this channel, what I actually want to narrow in and focus on is having an IGL or an in-game leader. And some of you guys might need to send this to your teammates because you're like, hey, yo, I'm trying to IGL, but you're not listening to me. Well, get them to listen, because having an IGL is extremely important. Shout out to my ranked teammates right here. Watch the mini map. Watch how these guys swing with me when I make this call. It might not be right away, but they do make the swing. Watch the mini map. See, come on. You see their pings turn around. They follow me on this wall. Shout out to my teammates here, Valdez and Stud. They play this perfectly. Listen to the comms going forward. I got the jump over. We're good. I'm saying I got the jump over, meaning they can isolate that fight, take the 2v1, and I'll have the jump over. Nice. They're selfing.
Oh my god.
Got him. We're good. Last guy. Mentioning last guy, we take him out. Let's go. Easy wipe. A lot of that happens from having an IGL and allowing the teammates to actually follow that. If you do not have an IGL on your team, it might be you, it might be your actual teammate who's better at making these calls. If you don't have an IGL, then there's no real ways that you can make these kinds of plays and isolate fights. There's no way you can do it. So when focusing on team comms, make sure you guys have an IGL. Send this to your teammate. Once again, if you guys need to figure out who that is, have an IGL, and you need clear and concise comms. There you have it, the guide to winning more gunfights. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new. We're almost to 100,000 subscribers. We are right there to that silver plaque. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support recently. Also, leave us a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this video, or if you have any more questions. I try to respond to everyone. Also, if you guys want to see me implement these tips live on stream, kick.com/MarkClarkk. We are live there almost every single night playing ranked play. So come join us over there and vibe with our awesome community. And until next time, make sure you check out this latest video right here.